Hey, welcome to Off the Wall. I'm your host, Presto the Magnificent, but you can call me Preston.
And I am Octoboy, but you can call me Logan too.
Also joining us is
I'm
our good friend, Jeff. Say hi.
I'm from Garbage Gaming.
Yeah. And today we're talking about Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon and so much more. So join us on this episode of Off the Wall. I said that intro weird. I was like, today we're talking about Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Those three things: Luigi's Mansion
Yeah.
and Dark Moon. But before we
All
hop into
three
the
of them individually.
yes, exactly. Before we hop into the show, Jeff, you do a thing on YouTube. You should promote what you do.
I talk about video games and a little bit on the history of them, and that's about it.
And where can people find you?
Sometimes I
that?
live stream.
Where can people find you for that?
Garbage Gaming
Sick.
on YouTube.
Also, a bit more housekeeping before we hop into the episode. We got one new 5-star review on Spotify, so thank you, the anonymous listener. Make sure to go down right now, leave a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Audible, wherever you get your podcasts. We also have our YouTube channel, which if you somehow aren't subscribed to that, we're at 41 subscribers, and I think we're eventually going to set a subscription goal. Like if we hit 100 subscribers, something cool will happen. Not me playing through Hollow Knight, though, because that'd be ridiculous.
Why?
Because I'm
Why?
already
Huh?
doing that for Discord, so you should join the Discord. Because if 100 people join the Discord, then I will play through all of Hollow Knight. We're getting closer.
And speaking
Fun
of
with
the Discord, we
Pantheon.
have some people listening in the audience right now, right here on this very Discord. So if you want to
Yeah.
ever catch us live recording these episodes, then go ahead and join the Discord.
Yeah, shout out to Josiah and Tanis, aka Spaghetti, who are listening to the episode right now. And that is all for our housekeeping. So we're gonna move on to what we've been up to recently and what we've been playing. I played some Switch games. I played Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, a game that I got for Christmas last year. Well, last year, Christmas 2022. I got that game, and I'm 10 hours in now. So doing good, but it's a fun game. Highly recommend Xenoblade. I also played some Smash Ultimate with Logan and Tanis, and that was a good time. And I played some Paper Mario because I need to beat that game for my Make You Beat before we record with Flightsy eventually sometime, maybe. So that's what I've been doing on the Switch. And then on the 3DS, I've been playing Mario Kart. I played some Mario Kart 7, did all of the Nitro Cups. I might do a video essay about that, so maybe keep a lookout for that, possibly. It might happen. I also played some Pokemon Sun, just doing the tutorial. Honestly, nothing else, because that tutorial is enormously long. And then I beat all of Dark Moon in the last 3 days.
Pretty much just for the sake of recording this episode.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. 15 hours in 3 days. As you do.
Alrighty.
Logan, what have you been playing?
Okay, so I recently have gotten my hands on a bunch of new games for the Switch, and a bunch of them I've already played, but there is one new game that I have never played before, and that is Portal. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It gave me a headache trying to figure out some of the puzzles, but I did beat it eventually, and I found it very enjoyable. The credit song went hard, so yeah, that was cool. Along with Portal, I got Cuphead and Hollow Knight, both of which I previously owned, but I would say they're both a much superior experience as handheld games. Maybe not Cuphead as much, but definitely Hollow Knight. And then in terms of other Switch games, I have been playing Splatoon 3 to get ready for the new Frosty Fest that's coming up in a few days. It'll be even closer by the time this episode is out. I'm on Team Family, so you should go ahead and join the right team. I've also been playing some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, again with Tannis, which has been fun. And then I've got some games that I've been playing on the PS5, and those are I finished Spider-Man and started to move on to Spider-Man Miles Morales. Both incredible games, and I love the gameplay and the story. It's just so fun to swing around as Spider-Man. Like, there's something about it that is just amazing. I have played a
Yeah,
little bit more
we're
of
gonna
Astro's
need to
Playroom, and
we're gonna need to do a bonus episode on Spider-Man 2. We already have a bonus episode on Astro's Playroom in the works, and that's gonna be those bonus episodes. One is already up, are uploaded to patreon.com/offthewall, where you can join for as little as $1 and get the bonus episodes for as little as $5.
yeah. So yeah, like Presto was saying, we're gonna do an Astro's Playroom episode. So I've been playing Astro's Playroom, and I recently completed it and got every collectible and such.
Yeah.
I also started, yeah, I also started on Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't gotten very far into it at all. Like, I literally just barely got sorted. But from what I've seen so far, it looks pretty promising, and I'm looking forward to playing it some more. And then, my last game that I've been playing, and certainly not the least, is none other than,
Definitely the least.
drumroll please,
Definitely the least.
Bluey the video game.
Why?
I'm
Okay.
so disappointed.
Okay. So,
Yo, Tannis knows a
have
guy who
little
worked on Hogwarts
siblings.
Legacy. That's sick. Anyway,
so I have little siblings, and my dad bought this game for them the other day. And some of the mini games they were playing looked kind of cool. I am an avid Bluey fan, so I gave it a try. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
Don't
It certainly
don't
doesn't live
lie.
up to the quality of the show, but it's
Don't
not
lie.
that. I'm not lying. It was enjoyable, like, for the first few minutes. It was at least enjoyable for the first few minutes.
and then it went
But yeah, that
downhill,
about
right?
wraps it up for what I've been playing. Yeah, then it went downhill, but it was all right.
Just watch Bluey. That's all you need to do. Just watch
Do
the
watch
show.
Bluey.
All right, Jeff, what about you? What have you been up to, playing game-wise?
Switch-wise, Scarlet and Violet getting that second deal, finishing out the decks, stuff like that. A little bit of Mario Wonder. I haven't beat it yet. I've been distracted with a couple other things. But other than that, yeah, mostly all I've done on the Switch. PlayStation-wise, on the other hand, I've played through a couple more things, like the Ghost of Tsushima, Try Mana, and Final Fantasy VII. I finally finished that one. And then, yeah, no, that's like the newer gaming stuff that I've been playing through. Finally got a chance to play through Mutant Mudds on my DS, so that was a good time.
Yeah, I've heard that's a good game. We need to have you on to talk about the Scarlet and Violet DLC at some point, because none of us have played. Actually, I think Tyler got it. Speaking of, we're going to move on to the Waluigi news. Our first news item is that Tyler's birthday was in the last couple of weeks, or last week, I think. So happy birthday to him! Congratulations!
Happy birthday to Tyler!
Yeah, this is our
Happy birthday.
This is our most important news item, for sure.
By far.
Anyway, our next news item is that the Scarlet and Violet final DLC, by the time that you're listening to this, has released, and that's like a final epilogue DLC. So if you still play that game, you can go play that game. I played like 5 hours, and I was like, "Now go back to Arceus, thanks."
It's not that bad once you get past the main story and you get into the post-game stuff.
I don't know. I think the thing that did it for me was actually the main story, and then I kind of lost a bit of interest in the post game.
My problem is not the story or the post game or even the gameplay. My problem is the graphics and the frame rate, which are both absolutely terrible. Just so bad.
Hey.
They are very bad, but you do get used to it.
Yeah.
They're somehow worse than Legends Arceus, and the graphics are like the worst part of that game. I love that game, but the graphics are objectively terrible. Scarlet and Violet is worse, and it runs terrible.
No. They kind of fixed the problem. Kinda, not much, but they kinda did.
I was not aware of this. When did this happen?
Just a little bit. They promised a patch that would fix everything like a year and a half ago, and it still hasn't released. So I'm just gonna keep yelling at Pokemon Company until it does. Anyway, Logan, you want to say the next news item?
I would love to say the next news item. Actually, I would not love to say the next news item. I have some very unfortunate news. I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard about this already, but Matthew Patrick, aka Matt Pat, is officially retiring from Game Theory and all the other channels. That doesn't mean
I watched that yesterday.
That doesn't mean that Game Theory, Film Theory, Food Theory, and Style Theory are going away. They're just being taken over. It's just Matt Pat retiring. Now, this is very sad, in my opinion. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I did cry a little bit watching that video.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I still haven't watched that video.
If you feel like crying, go ahead. Matthew's cry is incredibly contagious. I promise you.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, sad days, man.
Yeah, without Matt Pat, we wouldn't have gotten the theory that what is it? The theory
Sans' Nest or
Sans' Nest.
Luigi is what was it? Rosalina is the child of Luigi and Peach or something.
Nah, that wasn't.
Nah, the best one had to be the size of Luigi's warp pipe.
That one was great.
What about the theory that Rosalina is Mario and Luigi's son?
No, what?
Mario and Luigi, what?
You mean Luigi and Daisy?
No, that's a
quote
a quote from me because I saw it.
I thought it was Luigi and Peach.
I saw Octoboy Logan watching a game theory video, and I said, "Stop watching the theory that Rosalina is Mario and Luigi's son," which is not what I meant to say, but it's what came out, and I find that hilarious.
I remember that now. Yeah. Spaghetti is saying in chat, if it weren't for Matt Pat, FNAF wouldn't be the 1.2 billion IP that it is today, and I totally agree with that statement. Like,
so true.
FNAF is half of the entire Game Theory channel, to be honest.
What's gonna happen when a new FNAF game comes out and Matt Pat can't cover it?
It's somebody else. Somebody else will be covering it. I forget the name of who it is. I think the guy's name is Tom. That's taking over the channel. Yeah, I think it's Tom. Josiah P. Yeah, so there will still be new FNAF videos. It's just it probably won't be the same.
Anyway, we now talk about actual Nintendo news that relates to Nintendo Switch owners. New spirits are coming to Smash Bros. For the game's 5-year anniversary, which is insane. The fact that this game came out 5 years ago and the Switch came out 8 years ago.
It did?
Yeah, 2017. Or 7 years ago. Yeah, 7 years ago. So we have New Spirits with Tears of the Kingdom, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Splatoon 3, and
Wait,
Pikmin 4.
no, it wasn't
We
7
have
years ago.
confirmed.
It wasn't 7
No, it
years
was 2017. This is 2024. It'll be 7 years ago in March.
No, because Smash was 2018, wasn't it?
No. The Switch was 7 years ago. Smash
The
was
Switch.
Yeah,
Smash was 5 years ago.
The Switch was 2017.
Yeah, I was
Okay, so
talking
yeah.
about the Switch when I said 7 years ago.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So we have New Spirits for Tears of the Kingdom, which all we've seen so far is Raru. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which we've seen Noah and Mio. Splatoon 3, which we've seen all of. I was gonna say Big Cut, but I knew that was wrong. Deep Cut. And Pikmin 4, we have Ochi. And there will definitely be more other than those, but we're getting those. I am praying for a Kirby Spirit.
This
Only
is just the
those.
first event. There are still going to be more events. I forget how many, but there are going to be more events.
I need mouthful mode Kirby, please. Any?
Nah, Kirby Brick from the weird game that wasn't even just appeared one day on the eShop, I believe.
Okay. Then we also got a new Mario vs. Donkey Kong trailer, which
So
again, that's releasing February 16th of this year.
I watched
It has
the trailer.
new levels.
Yeah. I was gonna give a quick summary, but you can do that.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
Okay. So I watched the trailer and I took my main highlights out of it, which was basically just everything they went over. There's going to be over 130 new levels, which is kind of insane, to be honest. That's a lot.
Not new levels, just levels in general.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. So, but there are quote unquote new worlds and new obstacles, so that'll be cool if I actually end up getting it, which I probably won't. But yeah, that'll be cool, I suppose. There's also a new casual mode.
There's also
where if you take damage, you will go into a bubble and basically go back to the start of the level. If that's what I can tell, at least.
That's boring. Local co-op play, that looks fun.
Yes, I am
excited.
sad it's just local.
I wonder they must have brand new levels specifically for the co-op play, because I don't think that they could just shove co-op play into most of the levels of that game and have it work.
Yeah, probably.
But we will see. We will see. Our next segment is the community questions. We have a single question, unless anybody in the chat wants to send in one. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. You should send in the chat. You should send in a question in the chat. DK wants an amiibo and Mario steals it back. Our first question here is from Blue, who asks, why is purple? What do y'all think?
What?
I agree.
Why is purple?
An age-old question.
I believe it's the bending of ultraviolet light, but I don't know.
I think it's a shade that's what happens when red and blue love each other very much. It creates purple.
This isn't what is purple. This is why it's purple. And I think this is a very important question that we should be talking about. I think
purple.
The reason
because yellow needed an opposite.
The reason purple exists.
The reason purple exists is because without purple, Waluigi
yellow needed an opposite.
Sick as he is.
True.
Without purple, Waluigi wouldn't be who he is today. That's the only purple was invented for Waluigi.
Yes, that is the answer to why is purple. It is because Waluigi was made to be purple, and so he required that color. At the dawn of time, Waluigi spawned on the horizon and asked for the color purple.
He's like, all of the colors that are on the world right now, they're boring. I don't want to be the same as everybody else. Can you make a new color for me? And Masahiro Sakurai said yes, but because of this, I will never let you into Smash Bros. And Waluigi said, I accept, shakes his hand, and then becomes the purple masterpiece that he is today.
Literally sells his soul to the demigod Masahiro Sakurai to get his own color.
Exactly. This is canon to the universe, by the way.
Absolutely.
Our next question is from Spaghetti. Who is purple? Grimace from McDonald's.
And also Waluigi.
And also Waluigi. And also Purple Thickman. And I could probably name more purple things. Maybe. Ghastly, Gengar, Haunter, they're all purple. You'll be purple after I dump grape juice on you.
Rayman has a purple jacket.
Yes, sir.
What?
And
What
with
the?
What?
what?
Sorry, I was looking at the chat.
You stole my line. Purple Thickman is my line. This is war. For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Please, do not take anything we say in this podcast at face
Sorry.
value.
I was imbued with the power of
Relying
Thanos just to
subliminal
say purple
messaging.
The statements
And
uttered
with that
in this
very purple
podcast
community
are
question segment,
fabrications.
yeah, we're actually not real. We're actually artificial intelligences. The three
Yeah.
This
are
is the age of
the
AI
three that are
podcast.
hosts are perfected enough to. Yeah, the three that are hosts are perfected enough to come back every week. But the reason we have to have a different guest every week is because they're trying out different models of the AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I concur.
Anyway, now that that very purple community question segment is over, we get to move on to our best and worst for today. We're looking at the best and worst ghost types in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
Alrighty. I
Okay.
don't remember all of
I
them.
hate yellow.
So I'm gonna have to pull them up.
Which yellow?
What do you
Jeff?
mean?
The ones
which
that
yellow?
hide.
There's only one. The yellow ones.
There's the
No,
like,
there's two. The ones that hide in crap, and then there's the ones that freaking are throws crap at you. Both of them suck.
The yellow ones are the ones that spew crap. The blue ones are the ones that hide. I think you were thinking of 3.
yeah. The blue ones are the hiding ones. And then you have
Yeah.
the purple ones, which are like the sneakers, like the shoes. They try to
Okay, I'm
scare
gonna-
you. Then you got the red ones, which have
These up.
ridiculously big foreheads. The green ones, which pick up objects. And then there's the stupid boss ghosts, the possessors.
Okay, the first boss is good in Luigi's. Where
Yeah,
I think it falls off though
Yeah,
is
we'll talk about,
between World 1 and 2.
yeah, we'll talk about the bosses a bit because they are very interesting in this game for sure. So we're going to talk about that in our object. So just out of let's just say the 5 basic ghosts. So just yeah. What's your favorite and least favorite? I'm gonna say least favorite is actually green because it's really annoying for me to have to take away their objects or take off their shields or like
you
take
are
the bucket off their head.
seriously
It
going
annoys
with
me.
greenies as the most annoying. Have you freaking
When you have
seen the hiders and the gobbers?
specifically, wait, what was?
Dude, yeah, hiders and gobbers.
Okay, gobbers are terrible. Yeah, I have to go with gobbers.
Yes. Gobbers.
Those
I think
are
we
the
can
ones
be
that spew
unanimous
stuff
that gobbers
everywhere.
are the worst.
They are the worst. I don't know. They have so much health, and all they do is spew stuff.
Dude, I hate that last mission in this mansion just because of the 3 gobbers.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
What's the best kind then? Best
If
kind
we're
of
talking
ghost?
about easiest, then I'm obviously gonna go with greenies. But I think for the sake of being a
Greenies
little
are
bit
not
more
the
creative,
easiest.
I am gonna go with the poltergeists. I think that they have really cool mechanics, and although like the ancient poltergeist chases are a little bit annoying, they can be pretty darn cool sometimes, and I found that I enjoyed them a little bit more than I would expect. So I'm gonna go with the poltergeists.
I'm disappointed in all of you. The best ghost in Luigi's
The red
Mansion.
guy.
The what? The forehead guy?
The red guy.
The guy with
The
the
red
forehead?
one. The forehead guy.
The slammer.
The guy with the forehead. Just the way he acts in all of the cutscenes,
Yeah.
I love him for just
Okay,
that
yeah.
one reason alone.
Slammers, I like the
But if we're
slammers
talking about
too,
how-
but I do find them annoying.
Yeah, me too. But if we're talking about ghosts that excel in cutscenes and are just amazing all the time, maybe not on their missions, but design-wise and adorableness-wise, Polterpup. Duh.
No,
That don't count.
He's the
I
best
want
dog.
Polterpup to die in a fire.
No.
What?
No. That's
That's-
terrible.
that's the
That is
episode
actually
title.
awful. No,
That's the
Polterpup
episode
don't
title.
count because like he's like the best. He's like the best by default.
Yeah.
He's a
I
dog. He's
don't
the best
care.
by
I
default.
don't care how cute he is. He's just trying to cuddle up to you and get you to like him, but he is so incredibly annoying. The way he takes keys and everything, and like freaking half the mansions are just chasing him the whole time, and it's so annoying. I hate that thing.
It's a mission per mansion.
Yeah.
It's usually only mission 2 or 3.
It's so
That's not
annoying
even
to
as
try
annoying
and
as the Toad missions.
it's so annoying to try and have to track it down with the dark light. It's better in 3 because you can actually use the control stick to aim up and down. But in Luigi's Mansion 3, it's like
You would rather
freaking,
do the key mission
it's
again?
freaking pain to try and find where that thing went.
You
Maybe they'll fix it.
confirmed he would rather do the windmill gate again than do a Polterpup
I would
mission.
rather do the
Oh, I
windmill gate
hated
again
that.
than do a Polterpup mission.
No, the windmill gate was so terrible. Oh
I
goodness.
know. It was
It's
terrible.
like the single
the
most
Polterpups are
annoying
worse.
one.
I am going
No.
to agree with Jeff that the best ghost type in Luigi's Mansion is the Slammer. Okay?
Okay.
Which is where Logan's gonna end up if he keeps messing with my Polterpup. Because the Slammer's
No, everybody's favorite ghost is Egad.
Egad is
Fair enough.
actually dead.
Egad was actually the main villain this whole time.
Egad is actually King Boo. It's just like he just projects his consciousness into King Boo. Oh yeah, King
Egad's
Boo's the
just
best
the
ghost.
cause of like one of the most mediocre Mario Luigi game. That's one reason to
Okay,
not
so-
like him.
Wait, you mean Partners in Time?
Yeah.
I love
Okay, so-
Partners in Time is a good game. I love that game.
Okay, so my personal headcanon is that if we were to get like a main Mario villain, like sort of like a Thanos situation, then I think it could be Egad. Because he makes a scary amount of gadgets for them, and they're not always necessarily good. Like they're creepy, like they're
Or-
mimics of the Mario
Flood?
Brothers. So I feel like
Do not diss on
okay, Flood is fine.
Flood.
But like the Robo
I
Mario
will
and
die.
Luigi,
Flood is
those
awesome.
are both replicas of the Mario Brothers that I think he could at some point turn evil and against them, and they would be equal and opposite forces. So they would be fighting for all
You
time,
just-
and then
okay,
Egad would
okay,
be
so
free to
Metal
take
Sonic-
over
You're
the
just
world.
digging
So-
into the
so-
plot of
so Metal
Sonic
Sonic.
CD.
Yeah, that's literally just Metal Sonic, my guy. The evil
There's a lot of
scientist
Sonic
creates
CD
metal
and
version
Sonic
of
are
adversary.
racing.
Okay, so two things.
It's just Metal
One,
Sonic.
I didn't know the plot of Sonic CD, and two, if it's the same thing and they end up being the villain, then I'm seeing a pattern here.
Never create
EGAD is
robot
the main
versions of
villain
yourself.
of Mario.
Okay, if you say so.
He did make the paintbrush.
Yeah, he
did
made
And
he
willingly
made not
Wario
only
the Digitalizer in Mario Party.
he made not only Flood but also the paintbrush.
he's just going from every side to try to gain as much notoriety as possible. Too bad he hasn't shown
It's
up in a
it's
Mario
war
game.
profiteering.
I think EGAD is
Well, he
probably
hasn't
one
shown
of
up
the
in
most
the-
mysterious
Profiteering.
characters, and for that, I want to see him as a villain. That would be insane.
No.
All right.
We do get to see a little bit of his past and Partners in Time to an extent for like
Yeah,
10 minutes,
just a bit.
Another thing I wasn't aware of.
but
You got to play that game. That game's good. So we're going worst ghost is the Gobber.
Zeus
and
Inside
best
Story's
ghost-
so much better though.
I need to play that game. Best ghost is the Slammer.
I suppose.
Yes?
I still
Worst is
think the
Gobber, best
poltergeists
Slammer?
are
Yes.
cooler, but I'll go with the slammer.
Thank you. Our next segment is method to the minigame.
Hey, I wanted to
Logan, I'm gonna have you
introduce
explain this one because you can
I
explain
wanted
it
to
because I have
introduce
no idea
it.
what we're doing.
Okay, so
All right,
this
say the
is
thing then.
method to the minigame. This is a segment that I invented a long time ago, and it's only barely now being used because Presto doesn't like it.
What are we doing?
So, this segment is basically where we are going to invent a new Mario Party minigame in the style of the Wobject, aka Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. So,
Okay,
anyone want to
so
go
Oh,
first?
dude,
just
simple.
Nintendo Land game.
Search and find up.
No, I hate you. No, I veto that one.
Search Polterpup.
This is a great idea. I like this idea. We have all the
No,
players
why?
get the Luigi's Mansion like flashlight, and they have to just press a button and follow Polterpup's tracks.
Either that or a good one would be like a quick time like multiplayer Luigi's Mansion thing where like you're thrown in a room with ghosts and your goal is to get the most of them.
Yeah, you could just have like just spam a button to catch a ghost, or maybe have like
Yeah.
one button be flashlight and
Yeah.
one button be catch, and then you just have like a row of ghosts in front of you, and you're trying to get through as many as possible.
Yeah. It's like the tree one.
Yeah, exactly. Except for with ghosts. Logan, you got any ideas?
I do got an idea actually. I think it could be like a randomly generated maze, and you would have to go and everyone would get a dark light, and you would have to try and find like a specific item hidden in like an interactable object.
That would be
Like you would have to use the dark light to reveal objects, and then you could interact with them to try and find a specific item.
So finding Polterpup, we use the dark lights to reveal the tracks, and then we follow
gonna
the
kick
tracks
you.
to Polterpup. That's what I'm hearing.
Not a Polterpup tracking minigame, just a random chance minigame trying to find a specific item.
it's the trans from just Jim. Just a random chance of touching random objects hoping you turn off the force field.
I don't know what that's a reference to, but okay.
Nor do I. I think it could maybe be like tweaked, like maybe your controller rumbles a little bit when you're getting closer, something like that. And maybe there could be
Alright.
like a mechanic where if you find the item, you have to try and sneak it back to the main area. But if other people shine the dark light on you, they can see whether you have it and they can try to steal it.
Yeah. Or you could just do all of that, but with Polterpup instead of a random object.
I am going to end you.
Say aye if you vote for Polterpup minigame. Aye.
I enjoy the hunt down a little tiny ghost dog that is adorable.
So
I'm a very easy person to please.
So that's a yes?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it don't
Yeah.
take much. I mean, I have played damn near every Kirby game. It takes a Waddle Dee to break.
This episode is filling
So the
me with
first
rage.
mini game. So the mini game that we first mini game created and method to the mini game is find Polterpup.
Of course,
Logan, I'm
this is
sure
how
you're
the
so
segment
glad
that I've been
I
trying
still
to
like
get on the
mini-
show for so long would start. Of course, this is how it would start.
I mean, I'm still on my team of the train, but with ghosts.
This episode
All right.
is
So
very
we
much
got the
filling me
tree
with
mini game
rage.
with ghosts, find Polterpup, and dark light search. Logan, put all of those into a Spotify poll, and we'll run that, and people can vote on which one is
Alrighty.
the best. Our next segment is year in
We
review.
already
Now,
know.
Wait, we need to come up with for all of them. Come up with names.
what we did.
Well, like actual
Okay.
mini
Yeah,
game
it's
names,
just-
though.
I'm trying to think.
Ghost
What's like a
Gobble.
ghost gobble?
Yeah.
All right, we have ghost gobble. Polterpup perceiving
Okay.
because alliteration.
About like nightlight fight.
Nightlight fight. Okay, triple rhyming there. All right,
Okay,
so
how
we'll
do
put
you
all
do
those
a new
into the
poll? I
Spotify
don't know
poll.
how to do this.
Oh,
do you do
can
a
do
new
it
poll?
when
I don't
we
know how
upload
to
the
do
episode. It'll be when we upload the
Oh, okay.
episode.
So I will write that list down then. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have what were the names again?
Ghost gobble.
Ghost Gobble.
Ghost
Yeah,
Gobble.
ghost gobble. Perceiving Polterpup. Pup. Not puff.
Perceiving Polterpup.
Perceiving. PER.
Oh,
I'm like watching you
And
typing in
then-
real time.
and then Nightlight Fight. Ah,
Nightlight fight. I love fighting with nightlights. All right, so yeah, you can vote
alright.
for that if you're on Spotify by checking out the poll in the description below. We're going to move on to our next segment, which is Fighter by Fighter. We're going through every fighter in Smash Bros. Ultimate one at a time. So far, we have Mario as B, DK
What?
as C, Link as A, Samus as B, Dark Samus as C, Yoshi as C, Kirby as A, Fox as F, Pikachu as A, Luigi as C, Ness as A, Captain Falcon as A, Jigglypuff as G, Peach as D, Daisy as B, Bowser as A, Ice Climbers as C, Sheik as D, Zelda as C, Dr. Mario as C, Pichu as C, Falco as F, Lucina as F, Young Link as S, Ganondorf as C, Mewtwo as B+, Roy as C, Chrom as D, Mr. Game & Watch as D, Meta Knight is B, Pit is C+, Dark Pit is B, Zero Suit Samus is C-, Wario is C, Snake is B+, Ike is F, Pokemon Trainer is S, and today we're going to be ranking Diddy Kong. It just gets
S.
longer every episode.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's
what?
gonna be pretty darn long by the end.
Obviously.
You said S for Diddy Kong.
Let me explain. Back when it was only Smash 3DS and Smash Wii, I loved playing as Diddy Kong. Just because I have a sweet spot for the Donkey Kong Country games, and yeah, no, that was the whole reason why I played as Diddy Kong.
You could just play
Now that I
Donkey
look
Kong.
back on it,
It's a
he's
clever character.
maybe an upper B.
I'm
I
putting
like
him.
Diddy Kong because he had a gun.
I'm putting him in C. I just like this character. He is a C for me. I think
I am also
he's
gonna give him a
annoying.
He's a-
C. Quite frankly, yeah, I
annoying
just
to
find
play.
him annoying. I just
He's
find
annoying
the
to play.
overall
He's
character
Upper
annoying to
B
play.
annoying,
just because of nostalgia's sake.
especially in
You'll
Smash.
Upper
play-
B
a
for
lot
me
of
because of
a lot of the sound effects he makes are really annoying. Like there's this one specific one. I'll probably edit it into the episode so that you can listen to it right now. But it's just really annoying. Yeah.
okay, but I I put him up higher because of nostalgia's sake, and that is a big thing with me.
That's fair.
I mean, why do you think I still play Rayman?
That's fair. So with
Legends.
an S and two
Fair
C's,
enough.
we're putting Diddy Kong in B tier.
No, not an S. Upper B. The
Upper
S was
B?
a joke.
Okay.
So B
So we'll
plus,
give him
C,
Upper
C.
B.
so B minus.
Yeah. Yeah, about a
I
B
think that would be
minus.
closer to a C
I'm
plus.
fine with that. No, I think it's a B minus. Yeah, it's a B
Alrighty,
minus.
we'll go with that.
He's the first B minus on our list,
Dang.
which is great. So happy about that. More syllables for me to say. And with Jeff's evil laughter to move us into our next segment, we're going to be doing our wobject for today. Which is Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
Alrighty.
What do y'all think about Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon?
I enjoy it.
I have a special place in my heart for this game.
I guess first we should go over what our experiences with this game are, because this is an 11-year-old game at this point. So our relationship with the game is going to be very different. Jeff, do you want to start with
Probably.
what your answers with this is?
I got it about a year after it released with a used copy of it for, well, my 3DS.
What? No way.
It was, yeah, who would have guessed GameStop wasn't going bankrupt yet at that time?
Yeah.
So they still had DS games. Amazing. But so I got it a little bit after like I had gotten my 3DS, and it was like my first like actual like time playing a Luigi's Mansion game. I understand where people like get their like discrepancies with, but with my experience, I enjoyed it because it was one of those first few games that I actually like felt the need to 100%.
Oh, so you've 100%ed it.
Yeah,
Noted. Okay.
the rewards just a statue of Luigi. That, sorry, spoilers for the 11-year-old game. The 100% completion rewards a crystal statue of Luigi in Egad's weird basement.
Wacky.
Alrighty.
Also, I just enjoyed it for the sheer slapstick matter of it, because Luigi just gets yoinked from his couch. Like, he's asleep, and he just gets kidnapped.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Logan, you want to go next for experiences?
Sure. So I am not sure how long ago, but it was pretty long ago, a good number of years. Um, me and my siblings were all pretty little, like not super little, obviously, but still fairly little. And it was about Christmas time, and we were opening our presents, and we all got our very first Nintendo 2DSs. Now, we all had each got a game that was pre-installed, and then one extra physical game. The one physical game that my brother got was Luigi's Mansion, and that I didn't play it a lot initially, but once my brother was done, he started to let me borrow it more and more, and I found it to be pretty fun, but still kind of annoying at times, and so I kind of overlooked it. But then I got to the scare scraper mode, and that was what I
Yeah.
appreciated about that game. The scare scraper mode was so much fun to play
No.
multiplayer, and I'm so excited that it's coming back in 2 HD. So yeah, I'm really excited to get back into that. But yeah,
I'm excited for the costume
yeah,
Ghost Return.
basically my experience with this game is like playing the story once and then maybe coming back to it and not finishing it another time. But most of it was just the scare scraper, and I would like beg my brothers to play with me on it because it was so much fun.
So your experience is the exact opposite of mine. I first played this game 3 days ago. I played through all of it the last 3 days. I didn't play the scare scraper whatsoever.
That is
But I
very
did play
sad.
through the
We
entire
should play the
campaign
scare scraper.
in
We
3
need to
days.
do that.
Yeah, man. I'll even dig out my copy. Let's do scare scraper mode.
I will bring
All with one.
I will bring my DS to school tomorrow if we play scare scraper.
Okay.
I don't go
Deal.
to your guys' school, so
L.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
yeah.
massive rip. So yeah, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna talk about the story. We're gonna talk about the visuals. Just what we thought about the campaign, and then I'm gonna head out, and you two can talk about Scare Scraper. That sound good for everyone?
Alrighty.
So first off,
Yeah.
we're starting with the story. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon takes place in Evershade Valley, a mystical place where a dark moon, whoa, that's the name of the game, up in the sky, keeps all the ghosts inside peaceful. That is until the dark moon shatters. Professor Egad, who was watching and observing the ghosts, suddenly gets stuck in an underground bunker with no way to progress. So what does he do? He calls his good ghost hunting friend Luigi, and together they work to recover the pieces of the Dark Moon, defeat King Boo, and save all of Evershade Valley.
There's only one part that's
And Mario got kidnapped.
that's different about yours and
Oh yeah, Mario got kidnapped too.
yours and my idea of that game, though.
What is it?
You forgot about the part where Egad, before he gets trapped in the bunker, he just gets violently beaten up by ghosts for no horrible reason.
Come on, next level. Why did you animate that? I want to see Egad being absolutely destroyed by ghosts.
He is. What do you mean?
He
Is that
does.
part of
Yeah.
the opening
The
cutscene?
opening cutscene. Yeah.
He just gets like beaten up by ghosts.
Destroy his lab.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I watched the opening cutscene of that
We
game.
haven't played it in
It's been 3 days.
3 days ago.
Exactly. Like I said, a long time. It's been forever.
I do feel like the Mario kidnapping part did get thrown in willy-nilly
Yeah, it's like
halfway through the game.
yeah.
Okay,
It's like,
so-
oh yeah, we have to fix the dark move and save Evershade Valley. Oh yeah, Mario's here too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mario-
that happened.
It was in a
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I do agree that it was kind of like a random plot point that didn't necessarily need to exist. But the first time I played it, I wasn't really aware of the first Luigi's Mansion. Like, I barely even knew what it was at all, let alone the plot of Mario getting kidnapped. And so when I first saw like the boots sticking out of the portrait bag, I was pretty darn shocked. Like, I found that to be pretty cool. but after a while, it did get old.
Well, yeah, one of my issues with the story of this game is that it plays everything up like it's a big shock when it's really not. Like, Mario's in the painting? King Boo's the main villain? No way.
Man, it's almost like we didn't see his silhouette the opening of the game.
Yeah, legitimately.
You don't know who King
As
Boo
someone
is.
who didn't
We
have
haven't mentioned
experience-
this game
As
since the
someone who didn't
GameCube.
have experience with Luigi's Mansion, it was pretty cool the first time around.
I
I agree with that,
but also this is
but
a sequel.
my reaction was it was the guy from Mario Kart, so
It's the guy from Mario Kart Wii, guys.
Honestly, though.
What?
The fact that that's not a skin in Mario Kart is ridiculous. Why can't
Oh
I
yeah, that's
play as the Dark Moon?
That's awful.
Or it's just
Dark
Luigi's
Moon
Mansion,
King Boo is like my favorite Mario villain.
Yeah, he's actually scary, which I like. And there's the story. So let's talk a bit about the visuals, shall we? This is one of definitely the best looking game that
The
I've played.
3DS games of all time.
I was gonna say this is one of the best looking games on 3DS, the best looking 3DS game that I've played. This looks better than games like Pokemon Ultra Sun, which came out 4 years after this game was released. It also looks better than 3D Land,
Yeah.
Mario Kart 7, Super Mario Bros. 2. It looks better than all.
3D Land has a pass though. 3D Land has a pass though because it was
Yeah,
almost a launch title.
That's true. But this next level did such a good job with all of the models, animations. This game looks beautiful on a 3DS, which is not supposed to happen. 3DS games aren't supposed to look
I've
pretty.
noticed that next level has this thing where they can really play to the console's resolution really well.
For sure.
Because Luigi's Mansion 3 looks so well done, it's not even funny.
Luigi's Mansion 3 is incredible.
It's made with on console. Now, I know, Preston, you love Mario Odyssey and all, but Mario Odyssey did age like it was a 3DS game.
I wouldn't say 3DS game, but I would say Wii U game. It feels like a Wii U game, not a Switch game. Whereas Dark Moon, put it up to 4K and place it on the PlayStation 5 and nobody would know the difference. Because that game is... Or not Dark Moon.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
You know you're getting into a good company when they can play to the console's visual prowess.
Yeah, okay, so don't get me wrong. Dark Moon does have amazing graphics. The thing that just doesn't sell it for me is the dramatic frame rate drops on the cutscenes. Like, I swear it goes down to like 20 FPS.
Yeah, and I think that's part of I think the 3DS just physically cannot run it.
Yeah.
Like it probably run a lot better on the new 3DS.
So it does run better on the new consoles.
That's what I thought.
So I know a little something about your weird frame rate thing. The actual game runs at 60, where the cutscenes are ran at 30.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. And hopefully,
so it feels jarring as hell.
Yeah, it's like a freaking. I'm trying to think of the right word. I can't think of the right word. I'm too tired for this.
It's like the Avatar Way of Water, where the frame rate would just randomly change sometimes, and it gives you a headache, except for less egregious.
What that?
But yeah, visuals.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Visuals are definitely some of the best on the console, for sure.
They very may well be, yeah.
Logan, you want to talk about the gameplay for a bit?
Sure. So, in terms of gameplay, I found the system to be pretty fun. 3's is obviously better in many ways, but before 3, I found the gameplay to be pretty fun. and it could be challenging at times, but for the most part, it wasn't that bad. And so I felt like it had a good balance. And I also just like the exploring aspect of like going from room to room and finding secrets and doing all that.
It does what it's basically just the mainline Luigi's Mansion gameplay from the first game. You got your dark light, you got your flashlight, you got your poltergust to suck up the ghosts, and it all controls really well and plays great. I have two.
Wasn't the
main
dark light?
complaints.
I'm back.
Wasn't the dark light a new addition to Dark Moon?
Actually, yeah, the dark light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Never mind. But so the dark light's cool. It helps you
Yeah,
find.
the
things
dark
and
light
such.
is very cool.
I
I
have
like
two main.
it.
Yeah, I have two main complaints with the gameplay. The first is the way. Actually, that's more of a complaint about the campaign, so I'll talk about that later. But the fact that when you die, you have to restart the entire mission over, no matter how far you are into the mission. It was one of the last missions where you have to find two toads. I spent 40 minutes on a mission and then died and had to replay it. Now I got through it a lot faster because I knew all the puzzles. But the fact that I had to replay all of that work that I put into was so annoying to me.
Okay, to be fair,
I'm bad at video
I
games.
didn't really run into that problem. It wasn't until my second playthrough that I found out what the Polterpup bones did.
Oh,
So,
wow. Way to
or not
flex.
second playthrough.
Okay, so
More or less the like second to last mission where you got it, where you're on that timer,
Yeah.
and it gives you like an extra minute. I had like 8 of them.
wow.
I didn't run it. I got that timer down. I beat that mission first try. I was very happy about that. That's such a good mission.
Okay, so yeah, like you were saying, I didn't really have that problem as much either. I still did die a
Y'all
few
can
times,
just start.
but I think this is mostly a skill issue on your end, Presto.
Wow.
Yeah,
Y'all can just
Yeah, I
start a
don't
being
think
good at video games podcast.
you've added the powers.
I'll go with
What
Tyler.
do you mean?
Okay, to be
I'll go with
fair,
Tyler
to
and
be
do
fair,
a being
I do-
media games
I do
podcast.
think I did also get pretty lucky with finding the golden bones, so that when I did die, I never actually had to restart. I pretty much found a golden bone in like all the missions because I just checked everything everywhere.
Yeah, here's the thing. I would find the golden bone, and then I would die, lose the golden bone, and then I would die again.
That's just a skill issue.
Again, I did not know what they did till the end of the game.
Y'all can just start a being good at video games podcast, and I'll go with Tyler and do a being mediocre at video games podcast, and we'll all be happy. Because apparently my only complaint with the gameplay is that I'm bad at video games.
My main complaint is those damn toad missions.
Yeah, I didn't
So
really
true,
like
and that's
the toad missions.
we
either.
can hop into the campaign for a bit. We can hop into the campaign. Yeah, the toad missions were so annoying because you would have to go get the toad and then bring him back, and just why?
The high five's nice though. That's like the one silver lining of those missions. I like the
Whoa.
high five.
Next level has
You get it at the end.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Annoying. I really didn't like the missions where they were like, "Hey, ghosts have stolen this object. Go find the ghost so you can get that object back."
So
because
then
that
why
felt like
do
it
you
happened.
like
The
Polterpup
windmill
missions?
gate. The windmill gate.
Windmill gate is
Like
so
missions
bad.
where ghosts have stolen
For
an
those of you-
objective and you need to go find it. Why don't you like the Why do you like the Polterpup?
Because the other ones don't have an
Same
adorable cover.
manicure key. The Polterpup ones also don't take as long, and there's usually not fighting in it. And
The Polterpup
you
ones
don't
take
have to track down
longer.
5 or 6 ghosts.
I think you're
The
just bad.
The Polterpup
Yeah, but
ones,
they're-
in my
Dogs.
opinion, arguably take longer. I don't know if that's
I see
just
the
me being bad at
Polterpup-
tracking them, but
There's no way.
I see the
Polterpup
Polterpup missions.
Good Wingate.
The Polterpup missions do have their. It's more or less like a tour of the mansion.
That's
I
why
feel
I
like.
them too, because you get to go around everything that you've seen, and it's kind of like you get, and you know where everything is because you've been in the mansion before.
But see,
So
that's
I'm
another
Yeah.
thing. I've already explored a lot of it by the time the Polterpup mansions come in, because they're usually later in the mansion, and so I'm just revisiting a
Well,
bunch
that's
of
why
rooms I've already been to a bunch of times, and then it just
that's
feels
the
like it kind
point.
of drags on, and there's no substance to it.
If you say so. Yeah. The
I think because the fact that it is a like pick up and play game, I think they were meant to be designed so you could like get a reminder of what the layout of the mansion was.
I suppose.
But I feel
I
like
didn't play it like
Dark
that.
Moon wasn't designed for, a 3-day gameplay session of however long you played, Preston.
15 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I can see where like they would get annoying if you like just finished like 3 or 4 in a car ride, and then it's like, hey, tour the mansion.
Yeah. I can understand that
That
too. I thought they were
yeah,
fun.
that
The-
was mostly
yeah,
my play style, where I just played a bunch of missions in a row and then like paused at the end of each mission.
Yeah, the
I did like 2 missions and then like 2 more missions like every day.
yeah, y'all already know my play style. It's like binge watching a TV show.
Yeah, you just you play how I platinum games. Just I better get it all done right now and then I'm just gonna do it right now.
In my defense, I had to finish it before this episode recorded, so that's why I did it.
Why'd you start when you asked me, hey, do you want to do an episode on Luigi and Dark Moon?
Because I had to get the thing so that I could play it. Because I don't own it. I had to borrow the game from Tyler. So yeah, that's why. Uh, I find issue with the missions being missions. I kind of just wish you could just go explore the mansion and then have things come up and be able to save whenever you want. Because again, I was really annoyed that I couldn't save until the end of the mission. The sleep mode helped with that, but still.
Yeah,
that kind of leads into the
go ahead.
Huh?
So go ahead.
What? Oh, with Preston's thing, that kind of leads into the argument of whether or not handheld games should be a short pick up and play thing or a longer format style of game.
Which the Switch
because
solves.
it's two sides. It's two sides of the same thing. Because sure,
both sides of the coin.
Yeah, because sure they could have done like, oh, you just explore like all 5 mansions, but then you have to think at that time we had not gotten like Ocarina of Time 3D, so they didn't really figure out how to put a game that size in such a
yeah, I suppose. I just
in such a small space.
I just wish there was a quick save. If there was just a quick save where I could save wherever I want, like maybe not during fights, but like in between like Pokemon, for example, lets you save whenever you're outside a battle. I think if Dark Moon had that, it would just be so much nicer, and it would eat up the battery life a lot less.
I do agree with that statement. I do think the mission format isn't the greatest, but seeing as it was my first experience with Luigi's Mansion, I don't really mind it. I do think that like the format in the style of Luigi's Mansion 3 is far superior, but I'm not necessarily complaining about the mission format.
Which makes me ask a question that leads into the next part of this discussion. How are they going to make it better for the re-release? Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
Camera
Rope together a
controls.
couple.
Freaking moving
That
the
too.
poltergust up and down with the right stick. That is my number one
Hey.
change.
You can't tell me sitting in the back of the car doing moving every direction isn't like your favorite.
No, I
No, it's
freaking hate it.
terrible.
It's awful.
The controls in
That's
this game
another
are
thing I
not
want
ideal.
to die in a fire. The controls.
That's a problem with the
Add
console.
that to my
more
you
list
know what
of things to throw in the fire.
Along with
Hey,
Polterpup, apparently.
You could get double control if you bought that accessory for the original DS that gave you a second stick that only released for Silent Hill 2. Or not Silent Hill, Resident Evil 2
I'm
Revelations.
not gonna pay for an add-on
That's so
accessory
random.
to move my camera up and down. That's
But you
so
get Resident Evil with the
stupid.
bundle.
It's so
That's just the problem with
stupid.
the
You
DS
get
games in
Resident
general.
Evil with the bundle. You get
there is
Resident Evil
one
2 with the
thing.
bundle.
If there is one thing I hate about the DS in general, is the lack of a right stick. That is my one main
Hey.
bad takeaway.
With the new 2DS, we did get the C stick.
Wow.
I don't have
So
a new
great.
2DS.
And 8 games
I
that
don't
use
have
it.
a new 2DS. I have the OG 2DS.
Yeah, that's just the problem with 3DS games in general. Like, Kid Icarus Uprising also had a lot of controlling issues because they didn't have a right stick, so they decided to use the touchscreen as the camera.
Well, not the first time that's been done. Call of Duty on the DS.
Scary.
Metroid Prime on the DS.
Scary.
Thing first-person shooter related on the DS.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Without a style.
I vividly remember playing Modern Warfare on my DS, and that was a different experience.
I could see why. Yeah, other
Oh,
things
God.
that I want for the re-release. I want a new save feature because please, I need a new save feature. I want
Rope together a couple of the
or no, you don't even need to change how the missions are laid out. Just let me save whenever I want. That's all I need. And then I want to see. Honestly, it's not going to take much effort to take this game into HD because, as we mentioned before, it already looks amazing.
Yeah.
So, other than right sticks and saving,
Agree.
honestly, like they can release this game and it will just be solid. Maybe add some more scare content.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's another thing that I really am hoping for. Like, maybe a bit more bonus content. Like, a bit more to keep the Scare Scraper alive for longer so that people will actually play it online. Maybe a few more bonus missions thrown in here and there, I don't know. Just something extra.
Another mansion.
Anything at all.
A bonus mansion.
Better.
A sixth mansion.
A bonus mansion would be pushing it, but that would be awesome.
They could add an S to the word ghost on the for the mansion names.
Why?
What?
What are you explaining?
The title, the first letter of each mansion spells the word ghost.
Oh, how did I never realize that?
Gloomy
Mansion.
Haunted something.
Haunted
Towers.
Haunted Towers.
Yeah.
Haunted Towers.
Old Clockworks.
Old Clock Tower.
And then
Old Clockworks, yeah.
Secret Mine. And then the
Timeless Secret Mine, Timeless Manor.
Right,
Treacherous Mansion.
Timeless Manor.
That's cool.
Treacherous Mansion.
Ghost. That's so cool. I love that. How did I not? After playing so many Kirby games, I didn't realize that the world name spelled out a letter.
They do that in Kirby too?
How did I not know this? No, they did it in Kirby's
they do it
Adventure,
a lot.
And Return to Dreamland.
Triple Deluxe, Return to Dreamland.
Return to Dreamland
Switch
was my
one.
favorite. Crowned.
Do Dude, apparently I'm just
Triple
not
Deluxe.
noticing this kind of thing. What is Triple Deluxe's spell?
I forget. I think it's her, but I don't remember.
I need to play that
I'm
game
gonna look
still.
this
That's
up
like
now because
the
I'm
only
curious.
mainline Kirby game that I haven't played.
Triple
What
Deluxe
does Triple Deluxe's spell again?
It's cool. I'm gonna look it up.
All right.
Planet Robobot spells another one.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
I am going to leave y'all now so you can talk about the Scare Scraper and go into the post show. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a good one. Go listen to the rest of the show, join the Discord, etc., and peace out all.
He just vanished. Didn't even finish the word peace out, man.
Flower. That's cool.
I forget what Planet Robobots is. Yeah, no, Kirby just has a tendency to just like throw random crap like that. Now, the biggest part that I missed about Scare Scraper though, like the original, was like the like themed ghosts for like the floors.
Oh yeah, the theme ghosts were awesome.
You know?
They still have that in 3.
They have it in 3, but like I feel like it's not as like big as it was.
Yeah.
They have a different charm to them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's another one of my biggest things that I'm excited for with the re-release is Scare Scraper coming back. I was really nervous when it was revealed that it wasn't going to come back because 3 had a Scare Scraper. I was so when we got the second trailer that it's coming back.
Nah, the one that I missed the most though was like I got a chance to like play Scare Scraper when they were doing the Elvis boss ghost, and that one just made me laugh.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, they had like that was like there were the costume ghosts, but like one of them you have a chance and it's just one in like the Elvis jacket with the hair for no reason. The wallpaper ones were weird though. Like the ones that just had like a pattern pasted on top of their model.
Yeah. Didn't they have more health?
They have more health. It's just like such a weird addition. Like they had ones with, and then they were like, yeah, but like wallpaper themed ghosts. I sure do like the one that's orange with purple flowers.
Yeah.
Or the striped one.
Yeah, some of them were pretty weird, yeah. Side note, I just looked it up and the anagram of the Robobot levels is program.
Program?
Yeah. You have Patch Plains, Resolution Road, Overload Ocean, Gigabyte Grounds, Rhythm Route, Access Arc, and Mind in the Program.
Yeah. I haven't played Robobot in a minute, though, so I go back to Triple Deluxe more often than I do Robobot.
1 second. Sorry. I believe we've all missed a very important acronym in Kirby. Alongside Roy G. Biv, Crowned, Flower, and Program, Kirby 64s, with Popstar, Rockstar, Aquastar, Neostar, Shiverstar, and Ripplestar. This makes Prancer. This confirms that Zero was in fact Santa Claus, and you murdered him.
What?
Zero? Terrifying. I think the giant bleeding eyeball was a good enough reason to take him out.
Okay, well, hi and bye again, Presto.
Yeah.
I legitimately did not know that you were still listening. I wasn't paying attention to the
Yeah,
chat
no,
at all
he's
because I was busy looking up the Robobot acronym.
there. There he is. He's in the audience. But nah, I think Scarescraper has like an actual chance to be like an actual like good online playing mode.
Oh,
It's
absolutely, yeah.
just they always seem to fumble the ball every time they do it. Cuz they didn't keep up with like stuff when they did it in Dark Moon long enough for it like to keep going. And the problem with threes was they were trying to do like the scare scraper again, but they made it into like a arena fight game, which I don't think works for it.
Okay, so I genuinely enjoy both Scarescrapers. I do think that Dark Moons was better, but don't get me wrong, I definitely do still love Luigi's Mansion 3s. And that's just because I love having to go like explore and find items to try and find the ghost rooms and do all that stuff. Yeah.
But I do have to agree that like I think the reason why twos was better is the fact that it felt more cohesive, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
it was one place.
Yeah, definitely.
Where I think
I
my
completely forgot.
priorities is the everywhereness about it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I
Huh?
don't know how, but I completely forgot about the red coin scramble in Dark Moon. That's like one of my favorite parts.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was so fun. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the red coin scramble was like a little mini game at the end of every floor if you cleared it. And 4 red coins would spawn in a random room somewhere in the floor you just explored, and you would have to try and work with your teammates to go and grab all the red coins before I think you have like 30 seconds or something. But yeah, you have to run around and grab the red coins before time runs out. And if you get all of them, then the people who got more bonuses will have a chance to get or the people who got the red coins will have a chance to get like a bonus for the next floor. Like you'll have an extra powerful poltergust, or you'll have dark light glasses so that you can see objects that need to be revealed. And if you got more coins than everyone
Dude, the
else, you would
dark
have a
light
better chance to
glasses.
get a better bonus. It was so cool. I loved it so much. I love trying to get all the red coins.
Dude, the dark light glass. Those things were so goofy looking.
Oh yeah.
The fake doors. Those were the most annoying part of Scarescraper, the fake
The
doors.
fake doors, yeah. If you look on the map, you can tell which
And you
one
had to
is
wait.
which, but you always forget to look at the map to check the doors, and so it's so annoying when you get a fake door.
Yeah. And the fact you gotta wait for the other player to find you.
Yeah, yeah, and
to get out from behind it.
yeah, and they kept that in 3, which is annoying. And I do think it's good that they added that if you have to sit and wait there for long enough, you just automatically get released eventually. But I kind of feel like it should just be an automatic release on its own, because it's really
Yeah,
annoying
like
when all your teammates are halfway
they get
across the
damaged
mansion.
too.
Yeah, you get damaged, and it's really annoying when
And
your
you're like,
teammates are across the mansion, and with how slow Luigi
you're
walks,
just like, yeah, you're
you just kind of
just
start
like,
spamming.
guys, help, please.
Yeah, you start spamming like, help, 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 help.
Yeah. Hoping that one of them hears you in an adjacent room.
Yeah, legitimately.
Nah, I am actually kind of happy for the comeback, like the big ghost viewer. Like, you know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
it's the, like, you can see all the boos at once.
yeah, That I don't think they'll get rid of that because that was cool. I just wish there was a way to tell like which Boo was which because they all have unique names, and so I think it would be cool if like they maybe had like their own like little costumes or something so you could tell which one was which. I think that would be really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Come on, give me Game Boo Advanced
Yeah,
again.
it's just like a
No,
Game
the
Boy
best one
sprite
was
rendition of a Boo.
yeah. That would actually be great. Like if they got costumes.
Yeah. Another thing Presto just mentioned, the dual screen. I know it's literally just a
Oh
mechanic
yeah,
and like a cutscene mechanic, but it's still cool. And like the freaking ringtone for it goes hard.
the call tune. Oh man, that call tune was amazing.
And it's also like
That
legitimately effective at some
that
points
that
because like when you're not expecting it, it can kind of get you a little bit when it just calls you out of nowhere.
yeah. It's my ringtone too.
Really? Dude,
Kristen just went, "It's my ringtone."
yeah,
You
I
did.
just
That's my
added that as
ringtone too.
we added that as ringtones the other day. That's hilarious.
It's just been my ringtone because I think it's funnier than how they get a call and just.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to edit this in too because this is amazing. I'll probably play it like right here. So
Yeah,
you can
man,
just
dude,
enjoy that.
that
Now you
song does
understand what I mean by how
live
good it
rent
was,
free in my head.
honestly. I think we're a bit off track from the skyscraper now, but
Yeah, but I think we've covered most of the stuff with the scare scraper.
yeah, probably.
There wasn't a lot, but what was there was good and had like the potential to be like actually like something really good. And I feel like Next Level just keeps accidentally fumbling the ball on it, which sucks a lot, but it's understandable why.
Yeah. Okay, so if I were to pick like my one biggest hope for Skyscraper for the re-release is that you get to choose your player color. Because like you have like green, blue, orange, and pink, and all of those colors are very cool and look great on Luigi. And I just wish that I could pick which one I get because it's always random. And
Yeah.
and they in
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 3, it frustrated me because you couldn't choose your color in the Skyscraper, but you could in like the Scream Park locally mini games. And so I'm really hoping that they just let you choose your color in release, and it's just like a first come first serve basis.
So, person actually just said something that would be actually really good. You get costumes for Luigi, like in Luigi's Mansion 3, but you like them for like doing stuff in the scare scraper.
Yeah, that I think that would be better if they're like an unlockable instead of DLC. But I did actually end up getting the
Yeah.
DLC. Some of those Scream Park mini games are cool, and I do like the costume pack. A lot of them look really cool. Especially how in the skyscraper they can add like special themed floors if you're wearing a specific costume. So that's pretty darn cool. But I do wish that they were just unlockables instead of DLC. Yeah, and as Presto is saying, they could
Yeah.
carry over to the campaign. That would be cool as well. I'm really sad that you can't use
Yeah.
costumes in the campaign for Luigi's Mansion 3. So that would be amazing.
Well, it does make sense because they probably didn't program the cutscenes for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like I would say like a new game plus mode where like it really don't play the cutscenes, but like you just get Luigi running around in a costume.
Yeah. Although one thing to note, there was like a few custom flashlights and poltergusts you could unlock in Luigi's Mansion 3 that you could sort of customize Luigi with. I think that was pretty cool. And
Yeah,
I
I
actually
got
ended up 100
both of the
percenting.
base game ones.
I actually ended up 100 percenting the game and getting the golden poltergust, and it looks really cool.
Yes, same. I got the gold poltergust, the boo light, and isn't it the crystal like plunger?
Yeah, you can get the crystal plunger, the polterpup light, the boo light, and the golden poltergust. Those were all cool. Yeah.
That's my biggest problem with 2, though. Like, the 100% rewards for Luigi's Mansion games really haven't been, like, that great.
Yeah, I think
Which
that would
really
be good if they could do something more.
sucks. Like, the potential to be really good. Because with 2, like I said, when I 100%ed it, all it does is, the statue of Luigi in the basement?
Yeah.
Instead of it being gold, it turns into a crystal green statue of Luigi, which I guess is cool, but like I want to be able to like do something, like get something else out of it,
Yeah, definitely. I think it would be cool. Okay, so I should probably touch on this in the post show actually. So we'll save that for a little bit later. But I think we're about ready to wrap up with this segment. Are there any last final thoughts you want to say?
Uh, yeah. If they're bring back Scare Scraper, hear me out. Next level. Come on, guys. Event bosses for the Scare Scraper.
Heard it here first, folks.
You know?
Event boss for the skyscraper. That would be awesome. Yeah. So
Like
my
bring back like older bosses from older Luigi's mansions instead of just King Boo at the top,
oh, that would be cool. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So
So the baby, whatever his name is,
isn't it like Chansey or something like that? Chauncey. That's what it was.
Chauncey.
Thank you, Presto.
This is chunky or Chansey. This is chunky Chansey.
Yeah. So, my overall thoughts on the game, I enjoy it. It's a great experience. Three can be better in a lot of ways, but this game will always have a place in my heart as being just a fun experience. Yeah.
Same.
All right. And I think with that, we're good to go here. So, thank you so much, Jeff, for joining us on the show here.
Huh?
Thank you.
Sorry, spaced out for a second.
No, you're fine. Thank you so much for coming on this episode. It's a pleasure to have you on here.
It's a pleasure to be on
Yeah.
here.
And so, thank you everybody so much for listening to this episode. You can go join our Discord or check us out on our Patreon. Maybe give us a subscribe on Patreon. Give us some money. We would always appreciate it. But anyways, we will see you all next time when we go
Off the wall.